So when you say you do it every single day, what makes you still do it every day?
What makes you brush your teeth every day? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's a habit.
Wow. Hey, what up? It's your boy Rashid Amir. You are now watching No Filter, brought to you by LABK. We got a very special friend, very special guest here today with us, Brown Jewel.
Do it. It may not always be pretty, it's grimy, it's grungy and filthy, you feel me? Make you go ape like a gorilla, not gorilla. This is that no filter.
Oh yeah!
There's a true, definite art to sampling. Some people used to frown on it and say, oh, they're not real musicians. How can you say that someone's not a real musician if they're taking something that you did that was supposed to sound like that, and I'm taking it now? And yes, I get the taking it part, I get that. But it's like now I'm taking it and I'm making it do something you had no intention with it.
Right.
So you should give me kind of some bit of credit for that, right? There's really no samples in here except for the... Just like I said, sometimes, like, even if I'm not doing a set or anything, I'll just be in there and I'll just be in the studio messing around with stuff. To me, the art of sampling is important because, you know, it's an art.
When I first learned how to sample, I learned from somebody who was a deep micro chopper. Like they would chop one bar into 50 to 100 pieces.
Yeah.
So that's my foundation is on that. Sometimes I'll add some different effects, like a frequency shifter or something to change, like really change the sound. It depends on what I'm hearing in my head.
How you feel that
yeah.
Yeah.
And then, but usually like with drum, like so I do use Bizkel. Shout out to Bizkel because he's really dope, really dope drummer. I usually just take a kick and a snare. That's just my personal thing. I don't necessarily take like the first bar or half a bar. I usually don't do that. Like I like how the kick is going. I like the snare. Then I'll like rearrange like how it's being played like that.
Right.
But that's just my personal thing. I know people that'll take the whole bar and throw it in, and you know,
exactly.
to each their own. You know, if it fits, it fits, I guess. But just for me, like I like to chop it up more.
Your substance. It's easy when the love don't hide. No,
I used to just sample melody, like that was for like all the years I produced, and it wasn't until the pandemic that I even dove into drum breaks. So that's fun too. That also keeps me curious because I'm like, oh, I've never even explored drum breaks until the last like 2 years. So.
Shout out to TrackLib. TrackLib has different licensing packages.
Reasonable though for the local.
It's reasonable because what it is the license is paying for, if you created something and I want to sample it, it's paying for you to also make money off of that and for me to also make money off of that. And how do you do it? Is it all depending, or is it like 50-50, or is it just like I just do whatever I feel like?
I think whatever I feel most of the time, unless it's project based. You know, like when I started, my first years were without any samples, so like I know how to make beats from scratch. Then once I got into sampling, I just love, you know, you hear things differently, and I just like manipulating it. Even there's so many genres I haven't even dove into, because I just keep going down rabbit holes of like R&B and other things. I'm like, yo, I didn't even know about this record. So I don't know. I think it's just always like that curiosity, and always just wanting to do it and making it a habit. Like that's the first thing, is making it a habit.
Of course.
Like I have to do something every day.